what's up team? Coach Melissa here, and I have an upper body weight strength, all body weight, stay low, get strong. Now body weight sometimes makes us feel like, oh, this is gonna be easy, no sweat, but very much the opposite. When you're moving your body weight with just your upper body, that's a pretty heavy load. So today we're gonna take it slow, we're gonna take it to the floor, and we're gonna go through some of my favorite stability and upper body exercises using only weight plates if you feel like using them. Let's get ourselves nice and warmed up first. So although it's all upper body on the floor, we're gonna start by really opening the chest. Now what I wanna do when I'm warming up for upper body, which I have to do quite a bit these days, is start to really think about my alignment, my neck, any tension I'm holding in my shoulders or traps, and just getting things moving and open, and just noticing any sticking spots. So swinging right here, keeping it low, and just getting some movement in my scapula, letting the chest stretch a little bit, and then starting to add a little bit of dimension. So we're going to the side. Again, this is just exploration and starting to breathe and feel the ground. We'll go one more here. Nice work, and shake it all out. All right, we're gonna go into shoulder shrugs, but I want you to keep really, really tight to the body. So shrug those shoulders up, then push them back behind you. So really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push those fists down to the ground, and then bring it forward. You can speed up a little bit, but I want you to focus on those points, kind of like a clock, taking it up and around and keeping those arms next to the sides. We never go to any pinching or pain here. If you feel any numbness or anything weird, please back off, slow down, maybe take a little bit longer to warm up. We'll go one more that way. And then shake it out for me. We're gonna go just into those scapula squeezes. So just squeeze those shoulder blades together as tight as you can, opening the chest, but keeping the ribs from flaring too much. Release it, let's go one more. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together, pull the chest in, push through the ground, and let it go, shake it all out. All right, we're down to the ground, we're gonna keep it going this way. We're gonna start a little bit of a pyramid here. So we'll start with a few exercises, keep moving up, and then we'll roll it back to the beginning. We're gonna start with a side plank march. This is one of my favorite exercises to see where my body is, work on coordination, and man, is it humbling. So elbow down underneath the shoulder, just traditional side plank. We're gonna stack those legs and take one in front of the other. Feel really strong in this position, pushing out of the ground, feeling those hips nice and stacked. In this position, I'm gonna take that back leg, pull it up, adductor working, press it back, other side, pull it up, press it back. So one thing we can learn from this right away is if our body is saying, I'm not ready for this. Then we might want to pause for a little bit longer, do some more floor work, really feel our hands under our shoulders, and find our posture and strength. Just get into our bodies a little more. No. I use this for warm-ups, but also in part of my sets because it is wonderful for strengthening that whole side body. Let's switch to the other side, easy peasy, down on the elbow. Stack those legs, one in front of the other. Push yourself out of the ground, wrap that hip forward. Feel those inner thighs. Let's start with that back leg first. Tap it, hold it, press back. Now you might have one side that feels way better than the other. That's just showing you where some strength imbalances might be. Really focusing on pulling that knee in and then reestablishing that strong long line. Really, really good for the inner thighs, right? The adductors, we love that. Staying lifted here, feeling the side body and obliques. Let's go one more. And boom, rest it up. Simply going into a pike shape next and then down to our bear staple. So let's line up in that bear position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, curl the toes. We're gonna lift those knees just off the ground, pull the ribs in, then push ourselves up to our pike. Come back, cover those knees over the ground, really push out of the ground, do it again. So we're starting to work into those hamstrings and really think about what a brace means. So I want you to feel your ribs kind of hugging in towards each other, like they're trying to embrace in the front of your body to really support what gravity is pushing against them. The hands are under the shoulders, stacked. We're spreading the fingers. Feel in that stretch. Nice work, and come right back down. This time we let the knees come all the way to the ground, bird dog. You pick the side you like the best. Find that bear plank, push into the palms, one arm, one leg, let's go. Big reach, feel that extension, pull it back in. Now instead of reaching up, In your bird dog, you're reaching out. We want that extension, that pull, like someone's pulling your fingertips and your toes. We keep the hips from drooping or swaying here. We try to stay really, really restricted in the core. We're fighting both flexion and rotation here. And we're getting those glutes moving. Let's go one more. Nice work. Quick change to the other side, so rock it out. Pull those ribs back up. Push into those palms, lighten the area here. Here we go. Find that extension first. Drop the hip, pull it in, and pull it out. My first bird dog, I always hold for a moment. Make sure I've got my lines down, that my hips aren't starting to open. It's very normal to let the lower back take over here, so let's try not to do that. Really pull the ribs in the entire time. Find that wrap. Reach out. Stretch further. And the more you stretch that heel away, the more you'll feel that glute. Go ahead and rest. Coming back down that little pyramid, right back to our pike to bear plank. Hamstrings should feel a little better here. Lift those knees, find it. Push it back up and hover. If you need to take breaks in between, take them. But really start to think about the shoulders here. As you press away, feeling the shoulders really stretch. As you come into that bear shape, feeling them load over the hands and the way that the core starts to feel kind of lifted and light as you hover. Last one here. Nice work. All the way down back to those side plank marches, and we'll finish here for our activation warm-up round. Step those legs for me, and let's start to march. Really trying to keep this hip lifted as much as possible. Movement's gonna happen, but we're looking for this to be a steady march and this real active lift from the floor, right? The side body really working hard. This kind of movement is so beneficial. If you're looking to build more core strength, get better at running, better all your fitness, also really helps strengthen that low back. Let it go. And helps to teach the body to coordinate itself when so many things have to work together, which is our everyday life, right? Let's go. We want those secondary muscles, those helping muscles, the stability muscles, to be working in tandem with our bigger, powerful push muscles. That can kind of take most of our focus when we're working out.
Oh my God.
Find it. This should not feel easy. So let's get ourselves calm, unclench that jaw. Just focus on the last one and rest. Amazing. All right, things are starting to wake up. Side body's awake. Hamstrings are feeling okay. So we're gonna go into laying on our bellies here. I am going to have my little weights nearby. This set and next set, we may add those, but not necessary, totally optional. So we're gonna come down to do some Superman lifts here. I want your hips pressing into the ground. So if we unwind our hips here, let them stick up a little, then do the opposite. I actually want you to kind of squeeze the hips into the ground. Tops of the feet are down, arms are reaching long. So squeeze those hips down for me. And we're gonna give a big lift on the legs and arms, and then exhale, bring it down. Now what I want from you here is to keep that squeeze of the glutes, keep that hips tuck into the ground. So keep that pelvic tilt. It's super minor, but it's gonna let us get a little higher in the upper back. Really keep that tension shoulder to shoulder. And try to take some of the tension out of that lower back. We'll do one more here. Nice work. Right into our press ups, drawing our hands underneath our shoulders. Pull those shoulder blades back on your toes here. Push yourself up. And then slowly bring it down, elbows shave the sides. Push yourself up. Slowly bring yourself down. Again, up. All the way down, nice and slow. Maybe lifting the hands at the bottom for a moment, squeezing the shoulders, push. And all the way down. I love this one for just full body control and true upper body strength. Let it go. All right, right back to those Supermans. Arms forward, but this time I'm gonna stack one hand on top of the other, and we're gonna move side to side. So if we lift up in the center, we're gonna move our whole body to one side, like a wiggling fish, all the way to the other, maybe like a banana, whatever works for you. So arms go up and over, and legs and arms travel. So we're getting a little oblique work here, and we're working the back. Lift up and over, nice work. up and over. We'll do one more. Nice work. Arms forward, slide it back, right back into those press-ups with a plus. Curl the toes under, push yourself up. Now really push into the shoulder blades, so find that extra plus. Drop back in, come all the way down. Hands lift, do it again. Core tight. All the way up into that plus. Pull it all the way down. All the way up. All the way into that plus, so really push between those shoulder blades, round out that core. All the way down. And again, all the way up, last one, find it, push up that little bit higher, tuck the hips, and all the way down. Amazing work, press yourself back. This class is short, right? We're just tapping, hands on either side, on each of these new skills. Pulling in some calisthenics, some gymnastics, definitely some Pilates, and just starting to understand how our body moves in space and how we can control it a little better. Because a lot of this is new and novel, we want to just try it out, right? Try a couple reps, coming forward, laying on our sides, and then coming back to it with practice, with intention. As we get stronger and stronger, we'll see all of our other lifts get better. All right, we're lying all the way on our sides here. I want one hand in front of me, the other hand wrapping around my rib cage. Got my knees bent. I'm going to start by just pushing myself up, kind of like we're going into a side plank, but I'm rolling and bringing myself down using that tricep. So push yourself up and slowly bring yourself down. Try to keep those hips stacked and slowly bring it down. Now you can play with your hand position a little bit here, but the elbow staying closer to the body. It's going to give you a little bit more tension. The tricep is screaming already. All the way up. Nice work. And all the way down. Flipping onto the other side. I got the quick flip. You stay where you are. We push ourselves up. Hold it for this first one. Find that positioning and then wrap it down. Obliques are helping here. But I want you to keep as much of this work in the tricep as you can. So really push up. And slowly bring it down. Amazing. Push up, straight up. Feel that oblique really compressed. We're only here for this one round each. I know they're tough. And one more big push. Hold it. And slowly bring it down. Amazing. Right into something we know you don't have to flip around, but I will. A plank up. We're going to keep it really controlled here. So hands underneath shoulders, legs back, core tight. On your knees if you'd like. Take it down. And press it up. Now, I haven't been giving a ton of regressions in this class because it's a lot of brand new stuff, so there's a lot of cueing to do. But you can always go slower and always drop to your knees as a regression, as long as we're keeping that control in the upper body. Good. Really hand under shoulder. And we're gonna end in our forearm plank position. If you can hold it with me, hold it with me. If you need a moment to get there, take it. I'm gonna squeeze my inner thighs together here, press into my palms, and just slowly rock forward onto the toes, then draw it back to the heels. So I don't want the heels going super far back. I'd prefer you focus on the forward, coming over those toes. Really feeling that upper back, pressing those shoulder blades up, and feeling yourself kind of lifted away from the ground, finding that hollow type feeling. So tucking the tailbone slightly without lifting the hips, wrapping through the core. We'll do one more big stretch, and then lower yourself down. Amazing work. You can wiggle out the lower back for a moment. And we're gonna go into some plate work, or this can be body weight as well. So if you prefer to just do it with no plates, you totally can. I've got my 2.5s and my 5s here. 5s are gonna be too heavy, but we're gonna go for a V-sit. So I want you to lift up in the spine, shake it all out. And we find our V-sit, we simply lean back, keeping the ribs nice and wrapped in, right? So wrap those ribs, lean it back, feet on the ground. We can always come up and out of this and come back when we need to. So I'm gonna start with my 2.5s. We're simply going to extend those arms out, pull the ribs back in, lean yourself back, and nice and slow, we draw our hands towards our shoulders, and we reach them back out. So we're holding this V-sit position so we get a little extra core, and we want those arms to work together nice and slow. Now, if you curl a lot, you might say, Melissa, I can curl a lot more than this. Yes, I know. I can too. But we're going for endurance here. We're going for something different, control. We're going for feeling, sensation. Draw it in for me. Reach it out. And on the next one, we're gonna keep those arms out with a soft bend. Keep it there, relax the shoulders. Simply open those arms out to the sides and then draw it back in. Check in with the lower back, maybe tuck the hips a little deeper, wrap that core a little deeper. Nice work, really slow. As those arms open, it gets harder to balance. We like that, slow. We're here for a while, right? Because we're going for endurance. So as we open, I'm gonna have you lift a knee, close, and drop. That should not do anything to change your positioning, right? We're just using those hip flexors to drive a little extra balance on the out. We open and we close. We're gonna go 2 more like this and we'll hold those arms nice and wide. Woo, all the way in. The last one, open. Let that leg come down, hold it here, elbows, press out, and then pull in. So we're reaching like you're kind of serving to people on either side of you, right? Breathe it in. Really extend, then I want you to pull it back in, like someone is fighting you. They're grabbing that plate and you're pulling it back in. Open and pull, good. Squeeze and press. I like my palms open here. It makes it more challenging, but you do what you could do. Press and squeeze. Tops of the shoulders is really, really working as well. Then we're gonna hold it here, tiny pulses, hands up, hands up. Now instead of just bending those elbows, I want you to think about the actual bicep. I want you to think about contracting just that bicep a little more. Tuck the hips, roll back, good. Squeeze, press, press for 4, and 3, nice. 2, you're almost done to 1. Bring those arms forward, serve it forward. Pull it back, little break, forward, pull it back. Now that extension doesn't feel like a break, I realize that. Let that pull back and we've got those muscles. We got those muscles stretched. We reach and we pull. You're gonna hold that reach in 2. Hold the reach in 1, hold it there, hold, press out, come on. Tuck those elbows underneath. They should be facing up, forearms facing up. We pulse for 3 and 2 and 1, let it go. Ooh, that's a different kind of burn, right? If that's your first time doing any light plate bar type work, you're feeling all the feelings in the front delts, in the biceps. They might feel like they're a little on fire. Let it go for a moment, shake it all out, bring out the wrists, and let's get into it. We're finishing with a hollow bridge series. So we're gonna start with our bridge, fingertips out to the side, elbows nice and open, open that chest, feel that burn. We're gonna lift ourselves up here for a moment. Walk it around, feel open, feel in. Turn the palms back forward so the fingertips are facing your booty. Pull those elbows back, and then I want you to drop those hips so they're just hovering over the ground. Lift those toes up for me. Elbows are gonna bend back, they press up. Open the chest, elbows right over the heels of the hands, pressing back, and try to squeeze the elbows together behind you. Squeeze, squeeze, beautiful. We'll be here for a few more, we'll pulse, and then we're down for that hollow press. Elbows back, squeeze the scapula together here, lift all the way up and out. Don't use the lower body, don't use it. For 3, we pulse. In 2, we pulse, you got this, tuck the hips. For 1, tuck the hips, tiny pulses here. Pulse, elbows back, press into the hand. Elbows together, squeeze them together, pulse out. 7, breathe. 6, look forward, shoulders back, neck long. For 3, 2, 1, nice work all the way down. And legs lift, hollow hold. I want you to reach those arms nice and long. They're loose, they feel good, right? Legs lift up. And we're gonna open the arms overhead and draw it all in. That's it, yeah? Open the arms and draw it in. We wanna add some legs, open the arms, draw a knee in, tap. Open, that is my voice shaking. Nothing gets me faster than a hollow hold. My body knows what it is. It gets there right away. I wish it didn't, because then this would feel easier. A little reach here, opening up, getting a stretch of the arms, and really working that coordination and balance. This also short, but it's real spicy. Open and squeeze, and let it all go, my friends. Shake it out, palms up, shoulders down. Holy moly, it was quick, but it was worth it, right? We got a full body, little mobility, core, coordination, and then definitely a little burn there at the end for those biceps and the tops of the shoulders. Okay, reach the arms overhead if it feels okay. Reach those fingertips nice and long. Try to stretch the body. And then drop the knees into the arms, give yourself a nice hug. Massage the lower back as much as you need to here. Make it a little tiny ball with the body, then taking it the other way. We'll be gentle with our stretches because we did quite a bit of tension work there at the end. So rock and roll yourself up to seated. Come into a cross-legged position. You're gonna grab onto my knees for a little bit of balance help. And then I'm just doing some big circles. So whenever we do core work, upper body on the floor is core work, right? Lots of planks, push-ups. We're asking for a lot of stability. We're asking to fight a lot of movement. So when you're done, you want to safely invite that movement back in so we don't stay so stiff and rigid. We can use that strength we're building. I want you to roll those shoulders back, start those shoulder circles, and think about the hardest thing in today's class. If there's a moment where you said, what the heck is this? Then that is something I want you to now take as your challenge. I promise you it's available to you. We can find a way to do it, we can modify, and when you do get it, you're gonna feel so accomplished, and I promise you this stuff all helps to unlock different bits of your athleticism, and it will make other things feel easier. Big rolls, taking it backwards now. Shake out those wrists, take one arm across, give it a little hug, don't pull. Just exhale. Other side. Let it go. Hands to knees, easy head rolls side to side. And then invite some movement forward if it feels okay. And let's wrap ourselves into our bear position. We love it. Curl the toes under hips up. Walk those feet towards the hands and roll yourself up so slow, so dramatically, knowing that in 20 minutes, you just got a real energizing workout in. You're gonna feel this for a little bit, and I hope you come back and keep working on getting stronger. It's quick, but it's spicy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.